Well, I'm finally back in the kitchen again, and today we're gonna do something I've never done before either. Another one. I've got some quail that my sister-in-law gave me, and she didn't know how to cook that, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So what we're gonna do with this quail is we're gonna stuff them with sweet potato and fig preserves, wrap them in baked applewood smoked bacon, put them in my cast iron there, and throw them in the stove and let them bake. Now, I've never done this, so I'm not really sure how this is going to turn out. My biggest concern is, will my sweet potato cook at the same time as the bird without, I don't want no crunchy sweet potatoes. And I don't want no overcooked bird. And I'm figuring about a half an hour for all this to cook. I really don't know. Like I said, I've never done this before. Normally, with quail or something, I'd make a gumbo or a gravy, or maybe just bake them like that, or throw them on the pit. But I like to try new things every now and again. So, off we go. I already peeled my sweet potato. And of course, we're going to throw a little Prudence chicken magic. And we're going to cut that bad boy. I'm going to cut them ends off. I don't need them ends. All right. Cut that off. And I'm going to chunk this thing. Not chunk it in the trash, but cut it up into chunks. As you can tell, it's a tough sweet potato. Hopefully I can cut that without cutting me. All right. Roughly in half. Like I said, we want to cut that into little chunks. So, let's see what I got here, and we'll start with that. And probably going to be cutting some of these in half. I got 6 quail, and hopefully that's going to be one sweet potato ought to cover it all. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Yeah, I'm going to cut these chunks in half again. Because I think that might be a little big. I had thought about mashing them like mashed potatoes and putting it in there, but I want to see how this is work. I'm curious. There you go. There you go. Cut that in half. That's what we want. Some little chunks about approximately like that. Put that in a little bowl there. I don't want the chunks too big, because I want them to cook. And I figure the smaller they are, the faster they're going to cook. It's a little bit labor intensive, but a lot of cooking things are. Okay, get in there. Yeah, I like them small sizes like that. Alright, well, this is a little time consuming. And I'm pretty sure you get the idea of what I'm doing here. So let me go ahead, finish chopping all that up. No sense you watching a half an hour of me chopping stuff. And I'll be back. Okay, I've got all that sweet potato chopped up. As you can see, got little old tiny chunks. Cut them up real small. I got my fig preserve. I took some and I put it in a little bowl, so I'm not dipping the spoon that I'm going to be putting it into the quail with into my jar and contaminating that. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these little birds, these petits oiseaux, and we're going to throw some seasoning on them, inside and out. Got to give them things some flavor. I ain't gonna get too much inside, but I'm gonna try. Let's lift that little wang of yours and get some under that too. And get all them birds seasoned up like that. Let's see if I can get a little inside this one. Yeah, there we go. Now, to be honest, I tried one just to see what I was doing off camera there. I got it in my pot over there, but I forgot to season it. So it's just gonna have to go like that. Because I'm not taking off that bacon just to put some seasoning on it. We'll see what it tastes like. It's an experiment anyway, so we'll see what it tastes like with and without the seasoning. Yeah, put a little in that butthole. I also put my beard up while I was off camera because I didn't want it being fall, I didn't want no hair to fall in there. My beard tends to do that sometime, you know. Alright, 2 to go. This one I can probably just run it around in some of this seasoning on my board there. Okay, and got a little inside, a little all around. Uh-oh, I'm getting low. Thank God I just got one more, but I got plenty of this in my cabinet. I'm not really scared of running out. Just rub him in, roll him around in there like an old dog. Roll around in the grass. Pick up all that seasoning. Oh yeah. That worked pretty good. And go ahead and little inside and just a little dab on the outside will do you. Oh, looks like I'm out. Do I got enough to get under his wangs? C'est tout. Tout fini avec ça. Alrighty then. Let me go clean my bowl up and wash my gloves. We're gonna put them seasoned birds back into that bowl there for now. I'm gonna lose a little bit of seasoning in the process. And then we're gonna stuff them little buggers. Grab some sweet potatoes. And they're gonna get all over the place for sure. But I'll just shove that down in there with my fingers. And if they get some seasoning on them, that ain't too bad. I don't know how well you can see in there. Then we're gonna I got a little tiny spoon of fig preserve. We don't want to put too much in there. I just want to add a little sweetness. And I'm gonna put 2 of those little spoons in there. Now I've got that thing about half full of sweet potato. And then we'll just throw some more sweet potato on top of that to keep that fig preserve from oozing all out. At least I hope. I'm probably not going to use all that I got cut. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that. I'm going to have to figure out some way I'm going to cook that. Probably just throw that in the pan. And cook them like that. And maybe mash them up. Okay. He's pretty well stuffed. Hands again. And I used 2 pieces of bacon. Go ahead and get that out now. One, I took and I wrapped long ways and kind of tucked the end in there to keep it all in there. Kind of stretchy it. Comme ça. And then the other one, we're going to take and we're going to wrap him around. Like I said, I've never really done this before, so I'm kind of figuring this out as I go. All right. And I got some toothpicks there. I'm going to stick a little. Oop, use the correct end. And they broke it. Well, I ain't going to use that one then. Let's stick a little toothpick in there to hold it together. And we're going to put him in the pot. On his back with his legs up in the air like that. Put your legs in the air like you don't care. Alright, that one's all seasoned up. I'll go ahead and do this one for you, and then I'll do the rest of them off camera because, I mean, once you get the idea of what I'm doing, get in there, you. All right. Two little spoons of fig preserve. Bounce that around a little bit. Try to kind of distribute it. Let it get all over in them sweet potatoes. Then another little handful. I hope this come out good. It was just an idea I had. Sometimes I dream of stuff to cook. I mean, I don't actually dream of cooking it. It's just the idea comes to me while I'm sleeping. You know, it's like, some quail with stuffed with sweet potato and wrapped in bacon. That would be good. Of course, you wrap anything in bacon, it's going to be good, but... Okay, let's get rid of that toothpick. We don't need that no more. And another 2 slices of bacon. I'm using a thick cut applewood smoked bacon here. I mean, you can use whatever flavor bacon you want or no flavor or whatever. It's just that I like applewood. And I think it's going to go good with this quail. Alrighty. That one's wrapped. Now I'm leaving that little legs out and I'm hoping that don't burn. Looks like I'm going to need 2 toothpicks for this one. Don't ask me why I'm doing that. I don't know. My Cajun ancestors just telling me in my ear that, hey, leave them legs out. There we go. That's another one done. Y'all see them? And I got me a trivet at the bottom of my pot. And if you don't, let me pull them birds out and show you what that is. In case you don't know what a trivet is, it's this. See, it's got some little feet at the bottom to keep it just a little bit off. That way your food's not sitting directly in the liquid. And put them teas Wazo back in there, wash my hands. Okay, I got 3 more to go. And my shows have been running a little bit longer than I like. I like to keep them down to 20 minutes to half an hour. And lately I've been going 45 minutes to almost an hour. Because I've been showing y'all every single thing I do. And, you know, that's not really necessary. You get the idea. So I'm going to go ahead, get off camera. Finish up them other birds. And then I'll show y'all in the pot before I throw that in the stove there. So, as usual, I'll be back. Okay, I got them all done here. As you can see, they're all in the pot. They're looking good. As I knew, I had way too much sweet potato. So what I did was I took the one that was already cut. I put it in a little pan in aluminum foil so I don't have to clean that mess. And put the other one in there. I'm just going to bake them along with that. I had the idea of putting them in with the birds themselves, but then I realized, man, sweet potatoes exude a syrup, and if that burns in the bottom of that pot, I'm going to be half the night trying to clean that out. So I decided I'm just going to cook them separate. We're going to put a lid on this. Let me get it over there. And we're going to put that in that oven over there. By the way, this is my newest addition to my cast iron collection. My sister got me this. I'm very pleased with it. It's not new. It's old. It's been used. Somebody was going to throw it away, and she took it. She says, oh, no, don't throw that away. My brother cooks in those things all the time. That's all he uses. I'll bring it to him. He'll put it to good use. And voila, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead. Get this in that oven there. And like I said, we're going to cook that for about a half hour and check it out. I really don't know. Ooh, that pot almost too dang heavy. That little rat, she took a deep bow. All right, we'll set that timer. 30 minutes. Okay, there we go. And I cleaned my mess up. You know how I like to do that, clean as I go. But now it's just a matter of letting that cook and seeing what she turned out like. So as usual, I'll be back. Okay, the stove done beep. I actually had that in there for a good hour and a half. I checked it at the half hour mark and it was nowhere near done. So I went ahead and put it in for another hour. And we're going to pull it out and see how she looks. Oh, that pot be heavy. Let me tell you. Take that lid off. Ooh, that's some pretty birds. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what. I'm going to have to go over here and mess with that other camera there so y'all can get a good shot of that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and plate them boogers up. See y'all back at the table. All right, we at the table. I got my brother and my sister-in-law with me. She's actually the one that gave me the quail. I don't know if you can see her. All I see is my brother. She's gonna stick her head in there. Say hi.
Hi. It looks delicious.
All right, people, I'll dig in and let's see what we got here. It's all bacon wrapped. It's all stuffed with sweet potatoes and
very good.
Oh yeah, them sweet potatoes cook perfectly. Oh yeah. Let me take that. I want them to see this. Let me put that
Yum, yum.
right in front of the camera there. Look at that.
Yum, yum, come get you some.
We also got a little bit of cranberry on our plate. But let me take a little bite and see how that tastes.
It's good. Very good. Almost has like a barbecue, like a smoke.
That's because I cooked it in that cast iron like that.
Oh.
And well, that smoke you're tasting is applewood from the bacon. I got applewood smoked bacon.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can't get me a little piece of that meat. Them sweet potatoes with that fig preserve is pretty good.
I ain't got to that yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Drumstick was good. For a baby drum, must have been for a snare.
All right. It's just too bad that I should do this with a chicken because then I could get more stuff in there. Because this don't leave you much. But
Definitely good.
it's good. Everybody says it's good. So my experiment worked this time, unlike the last time. But y'all know the routine here. We got all our food to eat, so we're going to let you go about your business while we go about ours. I'll see you next time on Sky's Cajun Kitchen.